Here I find myself again talking about Max Kellerman and something stupid that he said. If you want the poster child of someone who just doesn't get it, it's Max Kellerman. How much abuse, how much humiliation can one dude take and still remain dedicated to the agenda? I just don't understand it. This dude has been the token white apologist for years. Yet it's never been enough. Max Kellerman, he is one of ESPN's longest tenured on air personalities. He has been kissing ass in Bristol for over 20 years, and he still doesn't have his own show. He still gets bounced around, hidden in the corner of some dark room. Have you guys ever seen the movie Office Space? Great movie. Max Kellerman is Milton from Office Space, the square, nerdy guy who keeps getting his desk moved. They end up moving him to the basement, give him a can of roach spray so he can kill the roaches down there. That is a nice summary of Max Kellerman's career at ESPN. He is going from the flagship morning show, Woke Take, and moving to the dark hole known as ESPN Radio, the dying ESPN Radio, which most people don't know even exists anymore. This is not the first time that Max Kellerman has been moved to the basement. He started off at ESPN on Around the Horn, sucked on that show, so they got Tony Reale to replace him. He's been on ESPN Radio before, sucked there too. He has a weekly boxing show somewhere on ESPN or ESPN2, ESPN Plus. I don't know. No one watches it. My point is, Max Kellerman has been kissing ass. He has been race baiting at ESPN for years, and ESPN still treats him like garbage, and deservedly so, because Max Kellerman and his opinions are trash. His stupidity reigned supreme again this morning. This dude, he still has not learned his lesson. Stephen A. Smith has not been on Woke Take since it was announced that Max Kellerman was getting thrown off the show. Now, I imagine it would be kind of awkward, the guy who got you thrown off the show sitting across from you. I imagine that would be kind of weird. But this morning, they are talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. The general discussion is who should be starting in San Francisco week 1. Now, I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I think he's a good quarterback. Led the Niners to a Super Bowl. Took the blame for them losing, I think unfairly. But let's be real here. Jimmy Garoppolo stays hurt. And the Niners, they didn't draft Trey Lance number 3 overall for him to sit on the bench. It's not like the Eagles last year who drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round, and Jalen Hurts eventually started, but sitting a second round quarterback is not a big deal. You draft a quarterback number 3, he's your starting quarterback. Whether it's week 1, week 10, he is the guy. If he's ready, makes sense to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off, start Trey Lance week 1. Now, people are making a big deal about Kyle Shanahan shuffling Jimmy G and Trey Lance out of the game yesterday, but it's the preseason. That's what the preseason's all about. That's what coaches do in the preseason. Now, that was the general discussion on First Take this morning. Notice in that short summary, not one time did I bring up race. Reason being, race has nothing to do with this. Yeah, Jimmy G's white, Trey Lance is black or mixed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like we talked about over the weekend with Jameis Winston, NFL head coaches do not make personnel decisions based on the race of a player. Max Kellerman, of course, believes otherwise because Max Kellerman is intellectually challenged. This is nothing new. He's talking about Jimmy G and Trey Lance this morning, and he makes some ridiculous analogy that deals with chess, the board game. I'm going to read out what he said. I'd like to play the clip for you, but when I've played clips from ESPN in the past, YouTube strikes my video. Sometimes they even take it down. It's not worth dealing with it. So I'm just going to read what Max Kellerman said this morning regarding the quarterback situation in San Francisco. Quote, "If you play chess and you're the black pieces, which always go second, go figure, right? If you just do, theoretically, the strongest move every time, you're always a step behind the white pieces who start first," end quote. What Max Kellerman's trying to say here is that Kyle Shanahan has no need to be innovative because he has a capable starting quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo. So there's no need to run a two-quarterback system. My thing is, what the hell was the point in bringing the race of chess pieces into this discussion? This is what I'm talking about. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. There was no reason to say this. It created for an awkward moment on television. Max Kellerman basically insinuated that chess is racist because the white pieces go first. Is anything not racist anymore? I mean, are we really to the point where we're insinuating that a board game is racist because the white pieces go before the black pieces? Really? You would figure with all the abuse that Max Kellerman has taken, he would be past the point of continuing to abide by the woke rules at ESPN, which, in case you didn't know, at ESPN everything white is wrong. Max Kellerman was also wrong on his other points about this. He claimed Kyle Shanahan loses 75% of the games when Jimmy G's not playing. He claimed it's the same team, same personnel, only the quarterback has changed. That's the only thing that's different. Again, Max Kellerman is clearly uninformed. Yes, Kyle Shanahan has struggled when Jimmy Garoppolo is injured. That's true. But it's not just because Jimmy Garoppolo's injured. It's because half the damn starting lineup in San Francisco was injured. The Niners were missing everybody last season. The defense was banged up. George Kittle was out. Nick Bosa, out. Dee Ford, out. Raheem Mostert, out. Trent Williams, out. Hell, the Niners couldn't even keep a kicker healthy last year. Go look at their PUP list or their IR list from last season. The damn thing's a mile long. That is something that Max Kellerman obviously didn't bother doing. God forbid he do his job, do a little bit of due diligence, or actually watch the sports that he's paid to cover. If you're like me and you watch the NFL every week, you wouldn't need to do research to know this because you would already know the Niners struggled through injuries last season. Not to mention the fact that most NFL teams, when they lose a franchise quarterback or a starting quarterback, most NFL teams will struggle. There is a massive drop in talent from Jimmy Garoppolo to CJ Beathard and Nick Mullins. I don't care if Bill Belichick is your head coach, he's not winning with those quarterbacks. But I guess I should look at this positively. I guess I should look at the bright side. Max Kellerman was campaigning for Jimmy Garoppolo, the white guy, to get the starting job over the black guy. I guess that's progress. I mean, it's kind of surprising when you think about it. This is the same Max Kellerman who was so afraid during the NFL draft that too many white quarterbacks would be drafted ahead of black quarterbacks. Anyway, Max Kellerman's clearly an idiot. I can't wait for ESPN to get him off television in the morning and hide him on ESPN radio, never to be seen or heard from again. All right, time to let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of Max Kellerman insinuating race when talking about chess in the San Francisco quarterback situation this morning. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.